Miss Lauren and Lindsay. Do you have your icy today? What kind of ices do we have today, Miss Lauren?
Murphy USA, blue raspberry, and
Coke!
woo! Okay, so this crazy story is about our crazy exes for the spooky month
Of October.
Yeah, and as we're now going to get into a serious video, we've been like laughing, giggling in the intro, but again, this is sort of like the darker side of relationships, and this is also like a warning to those that if you don't know what you're doing, just hopefully this helps someone. If you have no idea and if you're lost, just find, hopefully this video will help you. So just, and if you need any other relationship advice, you can always come to us and comment down below.
Or private message us if you don't want to share it on
the
internet web.
the interwebs. Alright, so I'm going to leave the first crazy story to Lindsay. And we've tried recording this 3 other times.
And we've had crazy stuff happen.
Yeah. So, take it away, Lindsay.
Okay, well, so about a year ago, I started talking to this boy I'd known my whole life. We went to elementary school together. And in September of 2019, we started dating. Everything was going perfectly, like any high school relationship would. We got about 6 months into the relationship, and COVID had just started to where they started taking all the paper towels and toilet paper and stocking up. And so we went out to get that, and we were leaving the Kroger parking lot, and I'm laughing not because it's funny, it's just an awkward subject. We were leaving the Kroger parking lot.
Sorry, I'm mimicking her. It's funny.
And
you guys were together for 8 months.
We were together for 8 months. And so we were leaving, and he was like, I'm ready. Well, I'm like, what you ready for, McDonald's? You ready to get home? Like, what you ready for, hon? He's like, it's been 6 months. It's time. I'm like, it's time for what? Is it the final countdown? Like, what are we? He was like, we've been together 6 months. You won't give me your body. Get in the back seat.
Oh my gosh.
We were in his mother's Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
That's so disrespectful. And I was like, no, like, I'm not ready. But then I was like, I'm going to get back there and do it because I'm going to keep this kid. I got back there. I knew it wasn't right because that part of your body is so sacred and you should not get rid of it until you're ready. And he was pissed, but he was like, okay, that's fine. I respect that. Well, so like a month later, we just got done eating lunch after church. And he was like, hurry up, we got to go. We got to do something. I was like, okay, what do we got to do? He was like, it's now been 8 months. I've done all this stuff for you. I do everything you ask, and you won't even give me this part of your body. And I remember just looking at him and being like, I love you, and I would do whatever for you, but I am not ready. And you should never do it if you're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
It should be pleasurable and an enjoyable moment. And he flipped his basket of eggs. I mean, flipped. I thought he was going to hit me. I thought he was going to kick me out of his car. Like, he was just... And I remember going home, and we didn't talk for a few days, and he texted me, and guess who came running back? I did. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm the issue, blah, 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 blah. I'll work on it, I promise. And then a week passed, and I got some advice from a few people, Lauren being one of them, and I just started to notice all the red flags that had popped up during the 8 months. And so I decided it was best to end it, so I ended the relationship, but the relationship was unhealthy the whole time. He was not respectful towards me
toxic.
or my family. He was very manipulative, very controlling, but when you're in love, you try to overlook all that stuff. So never do that. Always trust your gut, and if something is not right, openly speak about it, and if they care for you, they will fix it.
Yeah, because fairy tales don't exist.
Fairy tales do not exist. If it's too good, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
So that's my crazy ex. Basically, what I want you to learn from this is just follow your gut. Don't do anything you're not ready to do. And just because someone is good the first few months, they're just suckering you in until they can control you. So,
yep.
Okay, I'm going to pass the mic on over to Lauren.
All right, my crazy ex story is super crazy. We started dating back in August. So about August, I see you eating that candy.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get my tea and snacks ready for this one.
We started dating August 1st, and we dated for about 6 months, but the whole time he was asking for nudes, and I wouldn't give him it, and he would get mad, like yours. He would flip out, and he would be like, oh, that's okay, maybe you can give your nude tomorrow. And then when tomorrow came, he would like flip out because he was like, okay, that's fine. To, no, you're giving it now. 0 to 100 real quick. So again, that happened, and that didn't just happen like
once. It was
spatial.
like multiple.
It was multiple. And he would send me, he wasn't sending pictures to me because I was like, please don't, like, just please. And he would get mad, like, why don't you want to see me? Are you cheating? And I was like, no, of course I'm not. I mean, you can look through my stuff, I'm not cheating. And on it went. He demanded more pictures of me. He demanded, the act. But I didn't want to give it to him because, again, we're only 6 months in, and it's not, we were long distance half the time, so it wasn't like, oh, just come downstairs and we'll do it. Nope. This was like, he wanted me to do it on the phone. And I have, like, siblings around.
How are you even gonna?
How are you gonna be quiet
Yeah.
and everything? And I was just like, no. And I know he was controlling. He was a super... And he just reminded me of my dad, because my dad was controlling. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is so normal. Like, men are the man of the house, and they control. Well, I saw I grew up, so it was normal to me. Well, then it was like, I would see other people's boyfriends on, like, YouTube and other places, and they were, like, gentlemen and nice, where mine was, like, controlling and mad that I didn't send him a picture. And eventually I broke it off, but when I broke it off, he started getting creepy, like, I'm gonna come up to kidnap you, you're not allowed to leave me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. Just come to my house, I don't care, we're gonna brawl. So that's my crazy ex story, and hopefully you guys learned a lesson from this, because we don't want you going, oh, I absolutely need a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then you get in that situation and you're like, oh, what do I do? Because I'm not ready and I'm nervous.
Just because you're 16, 17, 18 and you don't have a boyfriend, that's totally
You
fine.
could be 30 and not ready.
I mean,
Like, even you could be a non-virgin and not ready.
Mhm.
You don't have to be a virgin to be, like, ready or not ready. So, yeah, like, there's, let's say you're, you divorced your husband, and then you're like, I'm so nervous about getting another,
if you wait
boyfriend.
20 years, good for you.
Yeah.
Those 20 years, I hope you bettered yourself and you did everything you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the moral of the story is just to follow your gut, and just because you're with someone doesn't mean it's going to last forever.
Yeah.
And I think I went into my relationship saying this is never going to end.
Yeah.
I didn't have an open mind about this may not last. And
Me
so
too.
just have that open mind. And
We try to give each other advice through our relationships, even though they fall on deaf ears. But I finally got to you. Do you remember that?
I
And
did.
it takes you, and as a friend, giving another friend advice, it takes you time to get your point
Yeah.
across. You might have to keep saying it over and over and over. They might unfriend you, but just always remember that you need to have your friend on the right path. And if they don't want to be on the right path, you have to still respect their decision.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I couldn't force Lindsey to break up with him. I wanted her to.
And I couldn't force her to stop talking to him.
Yeah,
so.
I wanted her to, but her decisions
Yeah.
had to lead to that. It wasn't my relationship, it was hers.
So just trust your gut and follow with what you think is right. And we will be making a lot more of these videos. Anything y'all want to hear more topics on, anything about.
And if you have a drink suggestion that we could put in our intro, please let us know.
Yes, we will try anything.
Yeah, we live in the USA, so there's a lot of cool drinks out here, obviously.
Yes, and I'm sure we haven't even tried half of them.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. If y'all ever need anything, we're always open to comments or messages.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope you enjoyed your snack and your icy today. And we'll see y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.